All right, I can see Jim and Kondo already. And already, viewers, thank you very much for watching Black Fire Network. Thank you very much for coming, Jim and Kondo. Habari, Hamani, Upendo Tena, Dadangu na Dugwanga, I don't know. But well, it is me, Africa Maria, right here from Uganda. And of course, it has been a long time since we met. And like I always say, whoever's watching, please do comment and say hi to me. Let me know who's watching me and whom I'm talking to. But today we're going to look at how Africa has abandoned its tradition and culture. Now, when you look at tradition and culture in Africa, it is something that most people really think when they hear the word Africa, the first thing that crosses most people's mind is that someone is black. Of course, they're so traditional and culture, they're so conserved, and then they believe in their culture, they're so primitive, they're rigid, they're naive. I'm trying to describe how people view Africa. Of course, they expect someone, I don't know who came from, I don't know where. But my first time when I traveled outside Africa, I remember some people were asking me like, "Do you guys have roads made of tarmac? Do you guys have airports? Do you guys have are your roads just like normal roads?" And I'm like, "What? Okay. You guys I mean, which kind of food do you eat? I mean, you guys." I mean, I could just look at people having a whole lot of questions about Africa, and I'm like, my God, what do these people think? What do they think like? I mean, what do they think that we are? I mean, someone asking some kind of silly questions that I laughing. So the person who asked me, "Do you have an airport?" They say, "No, I don't." So I don't have an airport anyway. So how do you think I reached here? So, the kind of questions people do ask. But of course, the first thing that goes into a lot of people's minds when they hear the word Africa, they believe that you're traditional and culture. But it's so very unfortunate. Nishapenda said hamjambo familia. Hatujambo tena dada, hatujambo kweli. Nisha is also saying it's a propaganda to make look like barbaric and we are not. Of course, so everyone feels like we cannot, we are so barbaric, we are not into that game, we don't know a whole lot of things. So of course, Africa is a place where people are primitive, naive, they're so backward, they do not know things. But well, for those who don't know their history, but for us to know our history, we know that we are not. So we've seen now that is the reason why most Africans, even if it was not for the fact that they are dark skinned, they would not say they are Africans. We've seen the reason as to why very many Africans, and more especially the youth today, are adapting Western culture compared to tradition African culture. Now we've seen that actually here, when you practice your tradition, people will be like, "You've not been to school, or she's not educated, or she doesn't know how things are supposed to be, or she's this, or he's that," just because you're practicing your tradition and culture, which is not actually true. Now we've seen many things happening. uh, we've seen a lot of people. Actually, we're starting from our kind of lifestyle, the type of food you eat. Now it's very funny, like in my country, it's so weird. Like when you're a lady, let's say me, Maria, for general, I don't do that, but I'm just trying to say, you're with this, somebody's taking you out, they don't expect you to order for an African dish, because everyone will be like, "What? What? Why are you ordering for that?" So they want you to order for KFC, or the French fries, or whatever it is. So you must eat that to show your I don't know the kind of word they should use, but of course you must order for that to show that you are lit, to show that you're educated, to show that you're worth. And this whole kind of bullshit. Some to the extent that when some parents will be punishing their children for not speaking English. You start punching your child. Why don't you speak English? Why? So this is in Africa, and I feel Africans have been so very much brainwashed. But before that, I'm seeing a lot of comments dropping in, and of course, Nisha says it's propaganda that makes us look like barbaric, and we are not. German Conde says they have that view because the West has spent much effort and resources to make our people look like backward Egypts. To the world, but that's true. They have the majority of the world programmed in their mindset. Of course, this kind of I would just use my own example. Sorry, my hands are getting so close to the camera. I'll just use my own example. So I'm this kind of girl who grew up with a lot of brothers, like 6 of them, and we are 7. I have 6 brothers, so it took me a lady, though, but not like I behave like a man. No, I don't. But just wearing like a lady. I mean, wearing just the way ladies do a lot of things. I don't. Up to now, I try, but I fail, but I do. But I'll be like, sometimes I look at ladies and I'm like, sitting, I'm like, oh. So somebody goes out and I'm not supposed to order for my food. Maybe I want to eat a yam, and then I was like, you're ordering for a yam? What's that? You're not going to shame me when everyone is going to look at you when you're ordering for a yam. Well, I don't know. I'll give you what you think. You can do comment and tell me if you ordered dirty. If you taking an African girl out, think, or what will you think when you take a traditional African woman street and then she orders for a traditional meal? Or do you also expect her to order for these the KFC and this whole kind of stuff? Orders for a traditional meal. What do you feel? Drop your comment and let me know. And ladies, would you order for a traditional meal out there if someone takes you out for a meal? Maybe your boyfriend is taking you out, okay for you to order, and will you feel safe for you when you've ordered for African traditional meal? So of course, so this is what happens in Africa. It's like everyone who has been to school if I talk about my tradition, it's kind of a little bit tight, and it's very funny. I'm someone who's educated, but I do really like practicing my tradition. So you will find that everyone is complaining. Like I promised Nisha, giving her, you know, giving her our tradition attire. Now you realize that our tradition attire here, more especially ladies, it is very heavy, but that tradition attire was designed for an African woman to move majestically, not like moving when your legs are falling the other side and others are going there, and you could move like a true queen because that's how the attires were, were designed. But you'll find that everyone is like fighting about them. I'm not like saying that you should wear the things like all the time because the world has changed now. So we are not going to tell people not go for work or something, but at least every African woman should have a tradition attire in their wardrobe. I'm not that kind of a person who is too much into ladies stuff, but at least I do have. I have like five, six, seven, eight of them, because I love practicing my tradition. You understand? So you will find that when I wear that and I'm walking on the streets, everyone's like, "What? Where's she going? What's happening? How can she?" Everyone's like talking about you, yet they know this thing. So now I say, so we have so very much forgotten our tradition, and then we've also seen very many African women now. Before, when I talk about tradition and culture, it engulfs a lot of things, straight up from marriage, childbearing, and of course, child raise and all these things. But today we see that most Africans have given responsibilities to teachers than them. When we, during the days of our forefathers, of course, um, even if I will say, let me say, during forefathers is a far-fetched thing. Everyone would say that was long time ago. But days, our parents used to, uh, do the homeschooling thing. I don't know how you take the word homeschooling, but of course, there are things that parents need to teach their children in African tradition. A boy child was taught how to hunt. At a certain age, a boy child was taught how to do the main work. It was going into stages. At a certain stage, a boy child was also taught how to take care of a family, to be responsible, to how to look for food, and all this kind of stuff. And a girl child was also taught how to be a mother and all this kind of stuff. So today you will see that most people feel like you cannot say that in a house. You cannot talk about that right now, but they're giving all the responsibilities to teachers, people even they don't know. You understand? But before I'm saying a comment, let me too much TV following alien culture. Mr. Truth is here. Hi, you're welcome, Black of High Network. Anisha Penda, I can see you. You say that too much TV and following alien culture. Of course, they are doing that. You will realize that everyone here, when you're just behaving like a West, someone from the West, everyone will be like, wow. I don't know, maybe it's mind catching. Probably African men love it. I don't know, but I just don't understand why, like, everyone wants to, be that, be this. Okay, I'm supposed to be like, I don't want to be tradition, because when you're tradition, everyone's going to look at me like I'm not educated, like I'm not I'm not, how do they call that? uh, I don't like using those kind of bullshit words, but yeah, that happens. So we've seen a whole lot of things happening here, and then people have not realized that the value of their tradition and the value of their culture. Because right now, honestly, it was a shame. I'm not like trying to say, okay, whenever I'm saying things, I try not to say things in a wrong way. This is a media, and everyone, people are going to be watching, and people have experienced maybe what I'm saying, maybe because of different reasons, and I'm not blaming anyone. But because we have so much dropped our tradition and culture, we've seen very many young girls in Africa. That was a mosquito. A mosquito wanted to bite me. So we've seen a lot of young girls getting, pregnant and not in a marriage, and this whole thing happening in Africa, because we have forgotten our tradition. You understand? We have seen a lot of single mothers in Africa. We've seen very many men who are mistreating women because they were not trained by their parents of how to treat a queen. We've seen very many women, misbehaving to their husbands because they were not taught. This is all because people have forgotten the tradition, and today waking up, going in someone's house and getting married over there, having children without you getting married is something which is okay today, but before it wasn't. And now today everything is all about money. You have to bring a car, you have to do this, and they have also made marriage very expensive. So everything is all about money, not self-respect, and not protecting the black legacy. Now, there's whole things are happening, and probably some people out there don't know what is happening in Africa. When I listen to Africa, of course, what crosses my mind is something traditional culture. It's not only about black, or you being black or being dark skinned. It's about how you carry yourself. I'm not like I said before, I'm not judging people who have not grown in this culture. Maybe they don't know how it's supposed to be. But how about if you're an African and then you're not behaving like one? It's kind of it's hard. You understand? So yes, and like I said before, I'm waiting to see you drop in your comments. Hey guys, if you take an African woman for a treat, maybe for a dinner date, and then she orders for African traditional meals, how will you feel? That's what I want to hear you comment and tell me how you will feel about this woman ordering for a traditional meal. Because here in Africa today, a man takes you out for a date and then you're ordering for a traditional meal. The man will be like, yeah. How is that even possible? Why is she ordering for this? I mean, we are out. I'm so ashamed of her. It's a very appalling and a shaming thing for you to order traditional meals in a restaurant or hotel. Everyone wants you to order for that Chinese dish or whatever it is. So this is very funny, but it's happening in Africa right now. So they have even come to see that their traditional food is not something to be happy about. It's not something to be, it's not something to represent or to present. Of course, let me first read Anisha's comment. Says, I love our culture. When I was married, I had a traditional wedding. It's a beautiful Western wedding. A crap, selfish, it's not community oriented. What's up, Sister Maria? I'm a small break from my assessment review. I'm in lovely Virginia. I'll be joining for a brief moment. All right, Lando, I can't wait. Mr. Truth says I wouldn't have a problem. It will be proud of my culture. Of course. Of course, I would also just do the same. And then, like I said before, we've so very much, neglected our tradition and culture. And then we've seen a lot of things happening here in Africa, like young girls being single mothers, and then we've seen also young boys being single fathers. We've seen a lot of divorce happening in Africa because they are no longer taking marriage serious. Because of course, marriage is one of the greatest traditional and cultural acts in Africa. But today, people have neglected it and they don't really see it as something very, very important. Now, we've seen very many things happening. Besides that, we've seen of course, the meals, guys, you're supporting. Someone says that it's okay, he wouldn't really mind about someone ordering for that meal. And then probably they wouldn't mind a lot of things. Of course, it's you, my conscious brothers. How would you even mind about such a thing? But here in Africa, people do. People actually do. I'm this kind of, in our tradition, you're not like, there is this what they call courtship or something. Well, there are some things which are good, but again, there's something that beats my imagination. During our tradition, people did not have courtship kind of thing. At certain point, it was even death doing them apart. And today we are having courtships. You date somebody for 3 years, 4. You are still, Mel's he go to. Mr. Truth, I hear you, my brother. Now, so you will see that you were dating somebody for 3, 5 years, you're getting to know each other, and then you're like, after 4 years, now I know you very perfectly well. I must marry you now because we know each other. And boom, 1 year down the road, the second we have divorced. And then in African tradition, somebody just comes, somebody's papa just comes home. I was like, I know Maria, she kind of good girl, she had working, she's respectable, she respects people, she's smart, she's that. So Maria, I want you to meet my son. And all that. I've never even seen your son. But of course, if I say, all right, maybe you come with a picture and then I'm marrying your son and boom, we live forever with no divorce. Of course, you see this whole thing. But probably I feel like there is still a long way to go when it comes to our generation and how we look at things. And then there is, of course, before that there were matrons. During Africa's tradition, a lady could not move alone. But today, somebody's moving along late at night. parents even do not really care about it, and somebody's very okay with that. They're going out and coming in the way they want because, of course, this is 2021. I mean, I'm not gonna, that's what I know. I know even some of you will still allow your children to be like that, you know. So, it's kind of weird. So, I don't know whether it's me who is having overprotective family kind, but you will realize that I was not like this kind of person who was so free. I had always my brothers around my back, and for the fact that I used not to behave like a lady, I don't even have girlfriends. I don't have like ladies or my friends. So I don't know. I just have one childhood friend. She's called Faith, and she's just also like me. So she has only brothers, and we even hardly talk on phone. But you will see up to that even my brothers are always catching me. Where are you home? Where are you right now? Come back home, kind of thing. So because I'm in African, me my family is so traditional, and sometimes I face problems with other people because my family is traditional. But well, put my family aside. So we've seen very many people. I'm not like saying condemning them because maybe they're not traditional, but at least you will see that people have neglected tradition uh, that has resulted to very many things happening in their lives. We've seen a very huge turn up of single mothers in Africa, and today being a single mother is not something to be ashamed of. Oh, yeah, Nisha, I think you know that. Uh, People say that every time. Being a single mother is not something to be ashamed of. Why? It's okay. I can take care of my baby. It's fine. That's whole kind of thing. But before in African tradition, being a single mother, really? Everyone would question that. Like, why? Why is so and so a single mother? What happened to you? And even your parents would order you to go back to your husband because it could even prevent your other young sisters from getting married. Because of the man will be like, no, these people do not get married. She's not married. Their sister is not married. So how will I get a woman from this family who is not married? So you will see that even the same thing will happen to a man. It might take a man time to marry. People be like, no, my daughter is not going to join that family because that man cannot handle his shit. He doesn't take care of his wife. So you will see that people will try so very much to be together. They will try to solve their issues because of the repercussions that may come out because what divorce may bring. But today, it's very okay to be a single parent. You understand? In fact, I feel like it's even a tag because I see very many Nigerian women celebrating after divorce. They even have a party, they even cut a cake. You'd be like, what is this? You know, why should you celebrate about this? It's like it's not something to celebrate to be happy about, but you see very many people doing. We are celebrating I don't know. Anyway, people come from different lifestyles and Nisha Nisha Pena says single motherhood is not a badge of honor, but the West has sold it. Okay, it's a huge disgrace and a win for the whites. Of course. But we've seen that happen, you know. Of course. Because before today, divorce, our parents would, sometimes I keep on asking my mom, Mama, how did you do it? And sometimes she says, you know what? Men of my days are not men of today. She would say your father was not any other man, and something will happen to other people. It's like people view things differently nowadays, and even they don't want to know us what's going on. They even don't want to respect their other family members or parents. I don't know. Okay, this sounds so rigid, but of course, Most AA families, I know your families do not, involve so much into your marriage, life. But don't you think if your mother, if your in-laws were to be friends, if families were friendly, if your father-in-law, mother-in-law could visit your home and you're happy with her, and then your father-in-law could also do the same, and the two families are together, because of course, when you marry a woman, you've joined two families together. So if these families were like friendly, don't you think the rate of divorce would be low? Because of course you will be, if Maria wants to divorce, and of course my mom is close to your mother or your dad, or you my dad like that, even to you, of course my mom will be like, you know what, come tell me what happened. And somehow we shall find a way of solving all these issues. But you know what, today families, if I have my house, I'm with my husband, so I don't give a damn what's happening. I don't give a damn about his mother, his sister, and everybody. It's about me, my husband, and our children. So what if something happens to both of you? Then what? You see, then what? How? I mean, then the government is gonna take your children and start taking care of the children. How about your mom who took care of you and she even take care of, this whole thing. So I feel like we are so far away from reality. We are so far away from love and our tradition. And everyone is just like so happy about it. I don't want to deal with somebody else's problem. I don't want to deal with what they feel or what they think about me. But of course, before that, let me read the comments. Lando says culture is power. White supremacy could not be dominant over if we were practicing our African culture. Enslavement of the African continent has removed our culture for over 600 years. Nisha Penda agrees with you, and I too agree with you. Mr. Truth also says true that you're very correct. Now, Mr. Truth also says that Nisha Penda, you are correct. In the States, they get welfare, child support, and other aid, but nothing to be happy about. And of course, now, an African and an AA woman in America, of course, the child fare was one of the greatest weapons that the colonial masters used, okay, the whites used against the African families in America and in diaspora at large. So you realize that most African women feel like, okay, she cannot stand at any slight quarrel, at any slight misunderstanding, get out of my house. Get out. Oh, we are getting out, whatever it is. I don't know that statement. But we are going, so we don't care. No, no, we don't want your ass anymore. And those the words, my sisters use. I don't want to see your ass around here. I'm taking care of my baby. Now get your shit, your crap out of my house. And of course, because why? Because the is going to take care of my shit, my whatever. So I mean, this is the government that separated you from your families, and then it's gonna take care of you because they want to see an African woman fall because they know the strength and the powers that the family holds. Everything starts with the family. You understand? Mr. Truth, you're not gonna wake up here and start telling me, Maria, you know what? We gotta wake up. Land is not gonna get up and start preaching to me unity. And of course, you have to protect your legacy when you do not have a family. When your family is apart, you know, when your family is apart, you're not. You have to tell me, you in fact you have to start. If you're coming to me, now let's give an example. Now, I'll use, let's give an example, Mr. Truth. You are having this family. Lando has a family, your wife, your kids, probably with some other people around you, and probably you're coming to tell us about waking up and Black unity, and then you're moving all your soldiers behind you. When I say your soldiers, that means your wife, your kids, your everybody. You say now we are heading to Maria and we're gonna convince her about this. I mean, we need to be this. Now, tell me how many hits are those? I would just look at your family and say, true, there is unity here right now. I can see unity, and I can see, what, you're not going to preach about me. Your family is just so apart. So of course, strength starts with the family, and of course, I feel like the white people knew this and they started breaking our families. And today, black people do not see family as something very, very important. And of course, yes, kids agree with me. So that's how they say. I always see. I have AA friends on my Facebook page, and whatever is, and they always post their shit. Ah, ah, people cannot keep quiet. That there are things that are very ashaming in Africa. I cannot wake up and like start telling what happened between me, maybe somebody. I feel like it's a shaming, but African American people do not have shame at all. I'm sorry to say. So you see someone on Facebook even was recording the boyfriend when the husband. How did I even get to know these things? Because I see them. So we wake up because the husband came. There's one video I watched. Our brother went and picked his TV, his TV and everything he bought in the house. And the baby mama was recording him and saying, "Yeah, take your crap out of my house, take your shit, take your crap, move your ass out of here. I don't want to ever see your ass ever again. Get your ass out. I'll kick your ass." Okay. So the guy was just quiet, covering his TV. I don't know if he only had the TV, because the lady later on said that he has only a TV in the house. What else do you have in this house apart from that TV? So it was like crazy. I was like saying, my God. So if you do such a kind of a thing, do you think there will be a chance of you guys reconciling? Hunger. People can be angry. We can say a lot of things when we are so mad, or we are so, but we so very much try to say things that may, do you think someone will be like reconcile after putting somebody out there like that and shaming the hell out of him? And then you think things will ever be okay. But let me first read the comment. Of course, Keith agrees with us. How they say is like seeing they love it. I'd rather be with my children, not siding with devils who want to destroy us. Okay, melanin children, I see. Keith, all right. No, that's true. We do have shame. Hell, shame. What's that? Come on. Nisha say, yep, it is embarrassing how people in the States go full speed ahead and people think we all act like that. Well, I've seen that. Our conscience is that the, ne- the Neanderthal white man which dominates us. Therefore, our rational is backward. We need a change and balance of reality. That's why it's good for a man to have his own things before he gets involved with the woman. Now, Mr. Truth, that's it. That's it. But wait, it's very funny. I've seen like, I'm like, okay, why do you guys do this? And then everyone is like supporting it. Everyone's like laughing about it. And then I also saw one video about a brother who was asking people to help him, like he wanted to have custody of his child. And even these children are having mental problems, mental torture, psychological pain after this. So because how will I wake up and decide whether I'm going with mommy, whether I'm going with mama, or I'm going with papa? How will I wake up and decide? Why do you want me to decide if I should stay with papa or mama? Why? So this I feel like, so we have so very much neglected this. Monique, I'm very happy to see you. Greetings, my sister. sister. I'm so happy to see you. You're driving. All right, have a safe drive and please do drive safe, huh? Yes. So you will see this whole things, and we are putting our children in this kind of life. At the end of it, or you will see less action because, of course, always it is the mothers who take these children. It is in rare cases where you find a dad having custody of the children, you know. It's rare cases, but you will see in the majority is mothers do take care of their kids. Now these are kind of women, of course, who will, a woman who wakes up one time and is like, no, you get your ass out of my house, of course definitely will invite another ass in the house, you know. The other time you were, get your ass, I'll, get your crap and whatever. After 1 week, 2 weeks, another ass is entering in the house, bringing another crap there. It's not the father of the kids. And of course, this whole bullshit will happen. And that's why we see men defiling these little children. And this all is happening ever around in black societies, in black communities, because we are lacking tradition, and we have neglected our tradition and culture. Because before, I always emphasize when it comes to an I always talk about African women. I always talk about women compared to men, because women have a great role. Like I always say, people always say that men are strong, people always say men are strong, but to me, I feel like, yeah, men are physically strong, but women are spiritually stronger. Spirituality, now I'm talking about that, because there is this saying that says that man builds a house and a woman makes a home. So it does not take energy, strength, boxing, whatever it is, to make a home, but of course, wisdom and spiritual, awareness, and of course strength. So whenever I'm emphasizing on women, whenever I talk such kind of sensitive matters, I always emphasize on women, because African women have a great role, you understand. So we have a very great role. I don't know, sometimes I may say things that I don't know, but women, we are very troublesome, a little bit. I'm not saying to that, because I've seen like a lot of things. When a woman is mad, she will be like real mad. Even though it takes some time for men to, men have their own kind of weird characters. Women, we are so persisting. I don't know, but African women are. So they hold on tight to, a lot of things. So that's why I feel like, but this is also affecting us right now, because one, two, three, they are quarreling the first time, the second time she's out of the house, the third time she gone, she doesn't want to know, this, and the parents are very okay, come back home, don't give a damn, what does he think? Is he the one who fed you since you were born? Let him go away. Come back home and all those kind of things. So, something is happening to African parents right now. No one's gonna tell you, hey girl, go back and maybe call your husband over, and then some other men you call them. Now you get married to a man. And then my mama say, no, you marry Maria. Come over, we need to talk about, oh my God, somebody starts to talk to your mom like crazy. Woo. Anyway, but this is all happening because we have forgotten to practice our tradition and culture. But before that, let me be reading your comments and see what you say. America destroys the black family. I will not get married and stay here. Nisha, come on. You can still get married to a conscious brother who is okay, who understands, this whole matrix. So you cannot say that you're not getting married and stay over there. What if you can move anyway? Mr. Shu's family court supports women more than men in the states, and when it comes to AA, it's even worse. Yeah, that's true. By the way, that's true. It also does the same here, not only there. Okay, and Mr. Truth also says, Nishapen, I agree. I'm just doing business here. I'm making money, so I continue to build. Lances Maria, I'm heading back to my assessment review. I'll join the show in the next broadcast round. Bye for now, Orlando. Thank you much for coming, dear. Bye for now, and thank you much, of course. It's always my pleasure to see you guys here. Like I told you before, whenever I see you guys comment, you give me that positive vibe and the strength to continue talking. I can even talk until tomorrow. Really? Yeah. All right, Lando, for sure. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for watching me. And I know Keith is gonna have another broadcast, right? Mr. Truth says Monique. Mr. Truth greets you, Monique, and the link later that what's okay. Okay, now the words. What's going on in the African American community? What Maria trying is me for? General, what is that? Is men fucked up? What Maria trying to say is men fucked up? Come on. But well, yes, at some point, you understand. We've seen a lot of people a lot of people, not minding about their family. But at some point they feel like, okay, we blame. It's not good to be blaming each other right now. I don't want even to be pointing like, mosquito, it is your fault. It's not, it's your fault, it's your fault. I don't want us to be pointing our fingers at each other like that. But of course, we've seen the things happening. We've seen a lot of people neglecting their families. And when it comes to Africa today, the funniest thing is that women are working more, are working so very hard working compared to their men. And African men are so reluctant. And then probably when I also look at the other side, I see that women have a high chance of getting jobs compared to men. Probably that could be the reason. But again, if it's not so, there are even still these other low income earners who are still, women are taking, head in taking care of the family. So it's very painful. And of course, when a woman does that, like always, you realize that a man, you find that you have nothing to say in the house. You're not going to show your manhood. You're not going to show your energy like a man, like you're supposed. You know what I'm saying? So because just a woman's going to make food. And of course, when she's in the wrong, you're so afraid to tell her. And when you tell her, of course, she will be asking you, talking like a man in the house. So I feel like in Africa, men have so very much neglected their duties here. They have neglected their duties. Of course, news some said I was that guy when a woman told me to come get your TV and the rest of your shit because her friend seen me at the club talking with another woman. Come on. Who is this saying that he was that guy? Keith, is that you? Yeah. Big Cheese says, did you get the TV or did you say fuck it? Well, he went and got his TV. I can assure you this, Big Cheese. He went and got his TV. Is it not so, Keith? So yeah, these whole things are happening right now, and then you will see that everyone's so proud of it. No one calls us back to say like, you know what, girl, calm down. Everyone's like, yeah, kick his ass out. Even the society is so much fueling us and not giving us positive vibes toward this whole thing because I don't know why. Because the society has not been on our side. They have not been on the side of a good. They like saying bad things all the time. You understand? So I've not seen somebody say, hold on, things are going to be fine. Talk to your husband about it. Everyone say, kick his ass out. Who wants him? Why are you going through that? And all that kind of blah blah. Because of course, when it comes to well, guys who are not reading the comments, let me read for you. Now, Keith says he was the guy when a woman told him to come and get his TV and the rest of his shit because her friend saw him at the club talking with another woman. And then bitches asked that, why, like, kid, Did you go and get that TV, or did you say fuck now? Keep saying that. That yes, he went and picked. Okay, yes, she had my sheet waiting on me when I got there. I would be like, big cheese, I swear, kid. No, that wasn't right. Me, I would not. I would not even take that TV. I would just tell the person, go and throw it anywhere you want. You can keep it in your house. I can't go back to get a TV. You see, you guys are very. So this whole thing, we are talking about this story, and it has already happened to almost all the men watching Black Ops Fire Network right now. Please do comment and tell me somebody has never called you to go and pick your shit, to go and pick your crap from our house. I want to know who is that. Now this is very funny. She was right because left with that chicken. It was worth it. Oh, come on, stop it now. So if it was worth it, is she the one you have married right now? Anyway, guys, it's like most of you were called to pick your crap, your shit from your wife or so-called whatever girlfriend or whatever it is you are sharing your shit with. Please do comment and tell me if you've never been called for that. And if you've ever been, please drop us your story. Let's read some funny comments because Keith has really made my night. And Big Cheese also says that. Nisha is saying that you should leave those crazy women alone. Where do you go out for crazy women? Okay. Now this is very funny. I was talking about things. I didn't know that my brothers are, people have gone through this shit. I tried to tell her friend was lying on me, but she wasn't. She wasn't having it. Anyway, that's what happens, and that's today's kind of relationship. That's today's marriage, that's today's relationship, that's today's life. Things are just full of drama, full of drama. My story is Nollywood movie and will take long. Nisha, Nisha, did you also call somebody to come and pick their shit and crap from the house? It's very well, I think this kind of I don't know. But me, I don't know. I've got this I wouldn't. My ego can't allow me. I would just I wouldn't pick it. Honestly, I would not. I would just tell you if you want, you can throw it out, do whatever you want with it. I cannot just pick it. Um, Anyway, so that is that. But we've seen such kind of things happening because we are not. Of course, now you can see kids telling us that a friend, the girl, or I don't know whether it was your wife or girlfriend, whatever it was, that was somebody came and told her something, something. So you see why I say you trust somebody else, and even you don't give someone a benefit of doubt. But when we look at tradition, African tradition culture, an African girl is taught about these all circumstances, and she's expected to see this in her marriage. She's expected to see this happen. She's expected to hear rumors. She's expected to his husband sometimes not to come back home. Because by the time you get into marriage, they have taken your mind through this whole thing. And today it's not happening. Despite of the fact that people are dating, they are having their courtship go even up to 5 years. They're doing courtship, but still end up, you know, breaking up in a very bad, and a shameful way. You understand? But in African tradition, before a girl goes in for marriage, she's expecting everything because she's told about everything. You understand? So it's always the question is like, are you going there or not? Because this and this and this is what's gonna happen there at certain time. This will happen, and would you still want to be there? So if you feel like your mind is not set, if you feel like you're not mentally ready to do this, it would be better you quit right now. And today we feel like we know the people we are going to marry, and today there are a lot of lies and a lot of camouflaging and a lot of blindfolding and a lot of blackmail in today's relationships and marriages, and probably that could also be one of the great reason why things are not working out. I think some of us may need counseling for past relationship. Of course, that's a general mosquito. If you want relation outside, go to Mr. Pirate Brain. Nisha Pen is saying that I don't hold nothing against other black men. The relationship just didn't work, and my ex has white Jesus and a new wife. How? Cases and the woman I just on was a sweetheart, real marriage material, but I fucked it up for one night of passing and last delete. Keith. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Pirate brain. I don't know, General Mosquito. I don't know who this one is, but of course, if I talk about even you're laughing, you're not sure of your doctor. But of course, we've seen this whole thing happen. Keith, I'm so sorry to learn that, and so sorry, so sorry. Yeah, it always happens, and a relationship, of course, are so unpredictable. You'll find that people are married and they settle together and they say they're going to get married, and then the next thing you know, they've been together for a very long time, and you'll be like, how did you do it? They'll be like, well, we didn't know. It was just like a joke. And you'll be like, how did you do it? They'll be like, well, we didn't know. It was just like a joke. Here in about someone saying poverty. Not every African household is good and not everyone is poor. We've also seen people who come from rich families getting pregnant at a very early stage. We've seen girls, getting pregnanted at a very young stage. We've seen boys pregnanting girls at a very young stage. But it's so very funny here in Africa that a girl will get pregnanted, she drops out of school, and the boy just continues. But we've seen of course, the parliament trying to redraft a constitution saying that if a man or a boy in school pregnants a young girl, of course, both of you will drop out of school. It's not about dropping the girl out and the man is still continuing. But I'm trying to say, if tradition and culture was held with utmost, respect and practice, probably these whole things would not happen. But today we have neglected. Of course, and when you look at all these cases, it's not that the girl has been forced into the act of having sexual practices, but of course she agreed as well. She had a consent, she agreed and to these practices. It's because probably she has not been taught and educated about the gravity in what she's gonna do, or she has not been told about her sacred whatever time it is. So you realize that because we have neglected very many of the things, a lot of predicaments are befalling the African society and African communities out there. Now we've seen recently, recently, sometimes before I go to school, I always go and sit at the balcony of my house. So I went there. I was seeing, during this COVID time, uh, schools are closed. It's only candidate schools. So I'm always at the balcony and my house being on the roadside. I'm seeing like girls who are like 16 years moving with grown ass men. And I'm like, and here you cannot just wake up and start talking shit. Of course, at some point you have to mind your business, and some of them are talking like a whole lot of things. And I'm like, God, what is this? So you understand? And that means that child was not told, and she's not even ashamed to work with this man. She's not ashamed to work. with this very man. She's moving majestically. Even people are watching them, that they're trying to have a romantic interaction, even on the roadside as they're walking. They're moving like people who are dating each other. This is a young girl who's like 16, 15 years, and a man is grown, and they're not even ashamed of it. You see, they're not even ashamed of it. So this Africa is lacking this. If our tradition was still as strong as it was before, there is no child, there is no girl child who would be allowing herself to move around like that. There are things you say that these people are trying to do some bullshit and they're hiding, but you see them not even hiding, and they will be moving like they're fine. And let me first read the comments. You want to understand? I don't. Okay, 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 okay. Jermosco says if you want to understand women or men, understand yourself. Nisha, that's true. I agree with you 100%. Nisha Bender says fact, when you are lost, confused, that's what you will attract. So if you are lost and confused, you will attract confused and lost people as well. Chai. It's about the power. Oh God, now Keith, come on. Now Keith, come on. It's about the power, the cut you have to tame your lifetime. For real. Mr. Truth says too much palm wine and palm pasta on that continent. True that. True that, of course. We've seen, and even pastors coming back to pastors and their kind of bullshit. We've seen a lot of pastors pregnanting young girls, and just because they have money, the government will not arrest them. And the next thing will be like, it was all a frame, and all kind of stories coming out from those different people. But of course that happens here in Africa. A lot of appalling things are happening, so I do agree with you. And of course, because of pastors now, everyone feels like their tradition is wrong. Okay. Pastors even have reached an extent, they wake up one time and say, who wants to get married? I've seen that. And everyone will come, they will say, men line up and women line up there. You will say, just giving them out. You go with this one, you take the other, you go with this one. And people will be like really packing their things, going to the men's houses because the pastor just said, I've given you out to the other. You even don't care if the person is a whatever. You're just going just because your pastor said so, because you're God. I don't know if pastors are gods nowadays, but that's happening in Africa. So you can see how we've so very much become stupid and neglected our tradition and culture. You see. Well, I'm so sorry. I had my, my electricity meter, beeping, so I didn't know my electricity bill is due, so I'm in the darkness right now. So I went to check because I had it beep. I didn't realize that till now. And when I went to check, of course, I saw that I was on 2.5 and poop. Before I said back, it was off. But of course, I guess I'll have to, I'm in a dark, so there's no need of putting a camera. And of course, it's 37 minutes past one here in the morning. And guys, I will not say but because the topic is still interesting, but let's talk until my phone at least once, then I'll have to log out. I hope you guys are still on and I can see I'm still being viewed by 5 people. I hope you're still there. Nisha Penda, General, that's fact. And I see Africans licking the pastor's stinky toe sheet. It's crazy. We've been hurt and we've all hurt others as well. Of course, that's true, General Mosquito. And yes, we've seen our pastors. It's so very unfortunate that most Africans do believe in pastors more than their own selves. And they feel like, at some point I asked a question that why are pastors talking about Jesus and God when people believe in them more than God and, of course, Jesus himself? So it's kind of crazy, you understand? Yes, we have been hurt and hurt others. That is part of life, but we must. Okay, but you to learn the lesson from it and move on. That's true. That's true, Nisha Pandey. And I feel probably some of us are living a very weird life, you know, a very weird life just because we've been hurt. We don't want to move on. We feel like we cannot trust other people, probably because other people betrayed our trust and this whole kind of thing. But life is a chain, life is a cycle, of course, a cycle that we go through a lot of things. And if you cannot forget the past, then you cannot move on. If you do not forgive, that means you cannot you cannot refresh yourself, you cannot become anew because you still have the other anger in you. So I would say people who forgive others are health people, are people who have health minds, you understand? So I'm not this kind of person who is I'm a very very sensitive person. I just get something just very small pisses me off, but again, within a shortest time, I'm very fine. I'm even not thinking about that very thing. So I feel like, and then we have that issue of temper now. But I feel like this temper thing comes with disrespect and lack of respect towards other people. Because there is no way on earth you're going to tell me that I have this temper. So when I'm crazy, I will even bite your ears or like Tyson, whatever it is. But you see, can you bite your parents' ears? Of course not. Do you do what you do to others, to those people you respect? Of course not. So there is no justification to some other people saying that I just had a temper, so I did this just because of this, just because, can you do that to other people? If you can't, then probably you're right. But if you can't, then probably you just don't respect me. You understand? So I feel like we are going through a lot of things because we lack respect and also we don't love other people. Because, of course, if you love somebody, you will fear to hurt their feelings. So at any time before you do some bullshit, you'll have to think twice. Okay, why am I gonna do this? Why was she gonna think? I mean, you feel like when they are affected, you're also affected. You understand? So, but this is not happening. We lack love and also respect towards our fellow people. I'm seeing Keith that is in the studio. So, guys, I I will have to leave right now because, of course, my
Yeah,
phone is on
yeah.
15%.
I thought I only came in, only came in to close it out. I thought you were I see. I thought you were the stream was messed up, so I came in to close it out. But
Uh,
yeah, family,
but you
much
know what?
I say much love, huh? Good, Maria.
You know when my camera is not on, I can hear you.
Maybe that's it. Now you can hear me.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
That's crazy now. Hi. I've been not
It is
hearing.
crazy.
I've been not hearing you for a decade now.
I know. He be talking to us. I mean, he be talking to you. You be looking all crazy. Say, hey, Maria, Maria, you be sitting there looking all crazy.
But that's crazy how I can hear you now.
Yeah, I guess your phone can't do all that. Can't. Next time, try it. Next time we're on the other show. Turn up your camera and see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. Like Maria, can you hear us? Maria, Maria.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna say much love. I'm gonna let Maria get out of here and say much love to the family. Like I said, when you're young, you're gonna do things. When you're young, I don't think Maria said was that girl my wife. No, I didn't marry that woman. That woman was sexy as hell. Oh, God damn, I was young. When you're young, you do dumb things. I don't think I could have been faithful to my wife. I was faithful. I didn't cheat on my wife. I had to be with a lot of women earlier. I had to. There's no way I could have been faithful and not been with a lot of women. And that young lady said, "Hey, you come get your shit, your TV and all this shit waiting at the door." When Maria said that, I laughed. I laughed because it happened to me because my friends on the left said, "Oh, they're gonna keep with that TV." Another woman that caught his ass. What am I always goes with that damn TV? Okay. So I don't think no, I don't know if traditions will work. I don't know because I think I had to be with a lot of women. I had to know a lot of women before I could be faithful. There's no way I could have been faithful if I didn't be with a lot of women. So much love, family.
So how about
I
a
had to be a
woman?
lot of
She's
women
supposed to
first.
be with a no wait, what how about a woman? She's supposed to be with a lot of men to, to be faithful to a man.
Hey, that's a good question. Women are better, and men not gonna marry a woman that's been loose. It's not gonna do it. It's not a fair
So you
standard.
see,
It's a
you
double
also don't
standard.
want
It's a double standard,
it.
Maria. Yes, it's a double standard. Okay, okay. What's the double standard with
But
women and
I
men?
think
Okay, go ahead, Maria. Go ahead.
well I think maybe it just takes maturity. You cannot finish all the women. If I wake up and I'm saying that I'm just gonna go with that one. Of course, you're not gonna say that you're going with the best, of course, because there
Okay,
is nobody who is best. But it's just waking up and realizing, you know what, I want this and this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have you and that's it. So it's
okay,
not about
okay,
having
Maria. Let's
practice
say,
and all.
okay, Maria. Let's say this before you go. Let's say, okay, you get one ice cream, right? You never been to an ice
Uh-huh.
cream shop. You go to an ice cream shop, got 31 different flavors of ice cream. You're like, God damn,
Hmm.
I can't try none of all this ice. Look at all this goddamn ice cream I ain't never had. God, and I got one flavor, vanilla. I, good God, I got strawberry, chocolate, all kind of different flavors, and I ain't tried none of them. So I'm gonna be lusting after this ice cream. I'm like, oh man.
What are you
So
saying?
I'm saying when
If
you're
it was
young,
me, but
I'm
you still
saying
you
when
still
you
gonna have this ice. No, kid, you still gonna have these ice creams. They are still gonna finish. So the next day, tomorrow, your mouth is not gonna taste any ice cream anymore. You're not gonna be
I said
like,
I'm gonna be lusting. I said, I get all that damn ice cream in the shop. I can't have none of it. Look at all this different ice cream. I'm like, oh man, all the ice cream I could have had, but I got this damn vanilla. and I'm stuck to this one vanilla already. I haven't experienced all the other flavors yet. So so I believe. I hate to say it. I don't believe in those traditions. I believe a man. That's why. That's another reason why you got 5 and 6 people being married in Africa. The man has married 5 and 6 women. You
Now,
know,
when men
because
are married, no, 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 Keith, hold on there, hold on.
go
When
ahead.
an African man is, you see today, and by the way, the reason you're viewing this marriage is the reason why marriage is not working out today. The reason why African tradition men were marrying these women were not because of testing the chocolate or testing the ice cream like you're saying. They are marrying these women probably for very many reasons. The major reason was, of course, reproduction.
Well,
Another reason was they wanted to give them support because some of these women were widows. You understand? So
yeah,
they needed a man to take care of these other children who have lost their dad. And another
of
reason
course.
was they wanted to have defense, security, and this wealth. And these are the things. Today, people are marrying for different
I
reasons.
agree.
I think that
I
will
agree with
be.
you. So that's saying. So we're saying we're picking up more. The ice cream cone was saggy and messed up. So I fixed the cone,
Mm.
right? I came to fix the ice cream cone.
So someone is calling you the ice cream man.
I am the ice cream man. Damn, when I was younger. I don't
Derek
think I could
Derek
have been.
said
I don't think
Derek said that you're
I
ice
don't.
cream man.
I am. I don't would have believed I could have been faithful, Maria, if I didn't have a lot of sexual partners when I was young. I don't believe it because when I was married, it was no more temptation. I had been out there. I had done my dirt. Some of it, like General Mosquito said, I hurt some people, and some people hurt me. I got hurt too. I went off. Some women cheated on me too. Maria. Some women cheated on me. Some women cheated on me too. So I, I like I like you no good motherfucker you. So so it wasn't like me just get me cheating. Women that cheat on me too at a young age. Go out to the club and say, hey, where you been at? Oh, I just out at the club. Next thing you know, man, I seen your girl with a whole other man's dick in her mouth. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah,
What?
women do cheat too. I agree. I'm not, well, women do cheat too.
Yeah,
They
they
do
cheat.
cheat sometimes.
Thought
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be slick and I thought they're gonna be slick and come back to the house and what nobody gonna know. Come on, man. So I've been there. I think you had to go through those ups and downs. I don't believe I guess if you're in a culture like that, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you're raised in a culture, you're gonna get married with one woman, that's just what you believe. But
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in an era where it was like 13 women to one black man. And back then, black women weren't all fat like they were in America and like they are
No,
now.
no,
But
no, 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 Keith.
black women were
Keith, well,
sexy.
in African tradition and society, marrying many women was not a problem. In fact, they were marrying many women, but today most people are not marrying these women. You're just using them. Like
Oh
you
no,
were
I don't want to
talking
use them.
about pussy, and that means you want to have it like you want to have somebody's pussy,
Well, woman,
another person's
you're right.
cock, another
A
person's
woman,
gut,
a
whatever it is
woman's
you're
got to
gonna
know.
animal your face or your sin. And you
Exactly
want to
right,
have all
Maria.
these animals, you want to test all these animals, and you're not putting them in your house, you're not marrying them, you
Well, that's
know.
true. You're right because I didn't want to marry them. I I think women should allow women shouldn't allow me to taste the fruit without buying the goddamn groceries, right? You can't let me
Exactly.
you can't let me eat the groceries without buying them. So a lot of women will
So
let
you
me
want,
eat the groceries.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, hold on there. So you want to eat my food, you want to eat my fruit,
Yeah,
and then you want to eat my fruit. You don't want to marry me, so that if somebody who wants to
exactly,
marry me should come and eat something you've already eaten.
exactly.
How
So
gross! Yeah, nah,
it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. So I
it's
go. So I
bad.
admit, I think it causes dysfunction. You're right. But I'm gonna at least be honest. Like I said, I'm at least be honest. When I was younger, I was a womanizer. I love black women. Black women like my. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't do no drugs. But women were my drugs. So was I a sex addict? I don't think I was a sex addict, but I love black women. They were my drug. I got to have a bunch of them. You know, I would get caught. I would get caught out crazy situations because I was never faithful. I had a woman, had a woman catch me in a car. I, I, I had a woman track me down another car. I was driving with another woman. She put up beside me. Who the fuck is that in that car? Act like I didn't even see it. Kept on driving. She got all this motherfucker. All this motherfucker. I said, what the odds that this woman pulls up beside me in the car with another chick? I was like, oh, hell no. I pulled off her ass, chased me all through the neighborhood. The other one was like, who's that? I said, man, that's a crazy cousin. I don't know. You know, I think I owe her some money. But damn, she really want that money, don't she? So,
So you see, you guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
so
know what's going on today, but I feel like probably sex has lost value.
yeah,
Honestly,
so
sex has so very much lost value. It's like, whenever you feel like you can get something anytime, it's not valuable. Something of value, you must get it with, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like sex has lost value. And it's not only you saying this out. Like I say, I'm always around guys, so compared to ladies, so guys always talk about the stories, and they kind of, I'm looking at them, I'm saying, gee, why Jesus, how is this even possible?
I don't know about white Jesus, but pussy's a powerful drug, Maria. It's a powerful drug. It's a powerful drug. So when
I
you're young,
don't even think you do those things.
I was young. I'm not saying now. When I was young, yeah, I was a panty
No,
high.
you don't.
I, I, I need to bring on women to still be my friends and do a show. They don't want me doing relationship shows. That people come, yeah, everybody knows. I was a rogue when I was young. In my 20s, I was a rogue. I was a rogue. My daughter's mother tell you I was a rogue. Man, black women, oh man, hell no. I'm a faithful. No, I tell you, hey, I'm not gonna be able to be faithful to you. It ain't gonna be no. I ain't gonna be able to make it. So let's not talk about being monogamous. Hey, I'm not gonna make it. too many
Why?
beautiful, there's too many beautiful black women out here with
So
delicious
you
coochies.
chose,
Shit,
so you chose not to marry them, but you're gonna be testing them whenever,
if
because
I was
there's
married,
too many
if I
beautiful black women out there. So you're gonna be eating whoever you come across, whoever you feel like,
if I
you
if I
know.
married a Maria, I had to stop. I had to stop. I had to stop. Other women had to stop. Then I be look. I like buffets, Maria. Buffet means you get a little bit of everything. Buffets. You keep going back. You know, a buffet. You know, I didn't want a full course meal. I wanted a buffet. So and black women. Oh my God, black women in the late '80s, early '90s. Oh my God, their bodies was banging. Black
What?
women just, oh my God, they're just delicious. Just like, God damn. I'm gonna keep it real. God damn. And I was in college. I was in college up at
You,
Temple up in
wait,
Philadelphia.
wait. No.
Oh, I couldn't be
Did
faithful. I
you
just
say
couldn't
that
do
in
it.
90s? That would be a
Huh?
story of next time. I mean, you want to kill somebody's grandmama.
No, I didn't want to kill their grandmama. I just want to beat up their daughter's coochie. I didn't want to kill the grandmama. Want to beat nobody.
Ooh.
I, I didn't want to. I didn't want to hurt nobody's grandmother, but I did want to beat they. I did want to beat their granddaughter's box up. So shit. I keep it 100, damn.
No, no.
Crazy. Keep it 100, damn
Okay.
it.
Now, Keith will not stop about this, but of course, thank you very much, guys, for watching Black Hole Fire Network. Thank you very much for coming.
Much
This is
love,
where you
fam.
find uncut and diluted, unfiltered information about Africa, and of course, we bring you Africa at the doorstep. It's so
Much
it is
love,
2
family.
a.m. in the morning here in Uganda. It has been me, Maria Mpenzi, Africa here on Black Hot Fair Network. Please do catch up with a
I,
lot of beautiful shows coming your way, and
much
do
love,
not wait to
family.
catch up with
That's
me
right.
tomorrow.
I learned from the best. I learned from General Museveni. He taught me all that shit. Much love, family.
With kids. I have to say no, guys. I want you all to know that Maria loves you so much. General Mosquito, thank you for coming. Derek, thank you very much for coming. And Nisha Penda, my sister, thank you very much for being here. Big Cheese, I love you so much. And who else was here with us? Of course, Jim and Kondo was here. Keith, you're very crazy, but of course, thank you very much. Mr. Truth, thank you very much for being here. And then who else? I'm trying to read you guys through. Yeah. Truth has been here more time, but of course, Lando also told me he will be catching up with yet another show because he's a very busy. Monique said she was driving, but of course, Monique, thank you for being here, and of course,
You
another
know what?
brother
You know what
Bob
Lando doing?
reward.
Lando out there chasing coochie, lying ass. Goodbye, y'all.
Ah, Bob, thank you very much for coming. And then Jim and Kondo also, you're very much welcome. Monique, we missed you, but I hope you catch up with yet another show of Keith. And of course, guys, thank you very much for coming and thank you very much for watching Black Hole Fire Network. It has been me, Maria Mpenzi, with Africa from Uganda. And of course, this is Black Hole Fire Network, where you find uncut and deleted and filtered information straight up from the motherland. It has been me. I sign up right now. It is, of course, 2 a.m. in the morning. I love you, Black Hole Fire Network family. Have a blessed night. Bye bye.